All right, Neville Goddard, The Foundation Stone, Chapter 9. Your faith is your fortune. Let every man take heed how he buildeth thereon. For other foundations can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. Now, if man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. 1 Corinthians 3, 10, 11, 12, and 13. The foundation of all expression is consciousness. Try as man will, he cannot find a cause of manifestation other than his consciousness of being. Man thinks he has found the cause of disease in germs, the cause of war in conflicting political ideologies and greed. All such discoveries of man, cataloged as the essence of wisdom, are foolishness in the eyes of God. There is only one power, and this power is God, consciousness. It kills, it makes alive. It wounds, it heals. It does all things, good, bad, or indifferent. Man moves in a world that is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified. Man moves in a world that is nothing more or less than his consciousness objectified. Objectified. Exteriorized. Remember, the 3D is a shadow of the movement that happens in consciousness. Consciousness is where the movement happens. Consciousness is where reality is. 3D is the shadow. And your 3D moving self casts the shadow, like the shadow on the wall. That's 2D. 4D is where the movement happens in consciousness. 3D is this reality. This is an after effect. You can really say you're 3D, you can really say about it you're living in the past, because you're experiencing what you already moved in. Not knowing this, he wars against his reflections while he keeps alive the light and the images which project the reflections. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wars against his reflections while he keeps alive the light and the images which project the reflections. I am the light of the world. I am is the light. I am, consciousness in parentheses, is the light. That which I am conscious of being, in parentheses, my conception of myself, that which I am conscious of being, such as I am rich, I am healthy, I am free, are the images. Okay, let's repeat that. It's really good. I won't stumble over the parentheses. I am the light of the world. I am is the light. That which I am conscious of being, such as I am rich, I am healthy, I am free, are the images. The world is the mirror magnifying all that I am conscious of being. As we said, the 4D, the 3D, and the 2D. I am rich, I am healthy, I am free are the images. Stop trying to change the world, since it is only the mirror. Man's attempt to change the world by force is as fruitless as breaking a mirror in the hope of changing his face. Ooh, boy. Leave the mirror and change your face. Leave the world alone and change your conceptions of yourself. The reflection then will be satisfactory. Freedom or imprisonment, satisfaction or frustration, can only be differentiated by the consciousness of being. Regardless of your problem, its duration, or its magnitude, careful attention to these instructions will, in an amazing short time, eliminate even the memory of the problem. Remember, when you change your concept of being single and not married to one of being married and happy, this will not matter. You'll be here so happy, having fun, frolicking, skipping down the road, having a good time. It won't be in your awareness what this was about. This is, as I said before, ancient dust. It might as well be ancient, millions of years old, because it doesn't have any worthiness of your attention. Because when you're in your new reality, that doesn't matter. Your new reality is where it is your now. It is your new now. Anything before, remember, God doesn't care where you were. He only cares where you are. Ask yourself this question: how would I feel if I were free? The very moment you sincerely ask this question, the answer comes. The answer comes. How would I feel if I were free? No man can tell another the satisfaction of his desire fulfilled. It remains for each within himself to experience the feeling and joy of this automatic change of consciousness. The feeling or thrill that comes to one in response to his self-questioning is the father state of consciousness, or foundation stone, upon which the conscious change is built. Just how this feeling will embody itself, no one knows, but it will. The Father, consciousness, has ways that no man knows. It is the unalterable law. That's why you're never concerned about how. In your state of single and not happy being unmarried, and you want to be married and you want to be happy in a relationship, and you build that subjectively here, and it objectifies here, you're never to be concerned about the how. It doesn't matter. You can't chase apps. There is no chasing, swiping, and looking, trying to mine out of a deep mine in the ground, searching. No, that's not it at all. It's changing the consciousness within you, where you are now. That conscious change will allow the I am to fulfill this new you. It is not searching on the outside. That's fruitless search. There's no worrying about the how ever. You just change the consciousness and watch it unfold. The bridge of incidents are coming. All things express their nature. As you wear a feeling, it becomes your nature. It might take a moment or a year. A moment or a year. No time exists. Excuse me. Let me let me finish the sentence and I'll explain that. It might take a moment or a year. It is entirely dependent upon the degree of conviction. There it is. It might take a moment. It might take a year. It is entirely dependent upon the degree of conviction. And when I say before that all time is now and there's no such thing as time, it's not, there is no past and there's no future. It's only the current moment point that matters. Being aware of that is where you can just focus on your conviction. I am that. When you are focused on your conviction, I am that, then this doesn't matter anymore. You're leaving this behind. Because when you understand that time doesn't have a future, it isn't I will be that. We already discussed that. We're not going to will be anything. It's I am that. As doubts vanish and you can feel I am this, you begin to develop the fruit of the nature of the thing that you are freeing yourself to be. When a person buys a new hat or a pair of shoes, he thinks everyone knows that they're new. He feels unnatural with his newly acquired apparel until it becomes a part of him. The same applies to the wearing of the new states of consciousness. When you ask yourself the question, how would I feel if my desire were at this moment realized? The automatic reply, until it is properly conditioned by time and use, is actually disturbing. The period of adjustment to realize this potential of consciousness is comparable to the newness of the wearing apparel. Not knowing that consciousness is ever outpicturing itself in conditions round about you. Like Lot's wife, you continually look back upon your problem and again become hypnotized by its seeming naturalness. You look back like Lot's wife and you're salted, you're preserved, and you're staying put, convinced of by the outer senses of this reality when it is not the reality you're trying to convince yourself to be. You're trying to convince yourself to be of your new reality. When you look back, then you take your attention away from your new reality and you keep it here. By doing so, you're trapping yourself in the past. This is, again, there's no past, there's no future, there's only now. But if you keep doing this and going back, looking back, that the symbolically that is represented by the word past, symbolically. But your future, again, doesn't exist. The illusion of I will be. We have to get rid of that. The idea of future, we have to get rid of that. We have to go back to the I am that. I am. It's decreeing, it's claiming, it's becoming in your now. Heed the words of Jesus, salvation. Leave all and follow me. Leave all and follow me. Let the dead bury the dead. One of my favorite sayings here. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead and leave all and follow me. Your new consciousness. Leave all and follow me. I am all that is God. Leave all, follow me. Follow where your new consciousness wishes to dwell. Let the dead bury the dead. Your problem might have you so hypnotized by its seeming reality and naturalness that you find it difficult to wear the new feeling or consciousness of your Savior. You must assume this garment if you would have results. Here's knocking on that. That's the word must again. You must assume this garment if you would have results. You must assume this garment. These are all garments, by the way. All these self-concepts are garments you're wearing. When you wake up, your awareness of being is what you're reminding of who you think you are. The awareness of being is first. When you crack into that awake state, you're coming out of the awareness of being where everything is infinitely available. Then you're reminding that awareness of being with limitation who you think you are. But you must assume the garment and remind yourself, I am that, if you would have results. The stone, which the builders rejected, is the chief cornerstone, and other foundations no man can lay. The stone, which is consciousness, which the builders rejected, they would not wear those, is the chief cornerstone, and other foundations no man can lay. Oh boy, oh boy. New garments. Chapter 9, the foundation stone. There is some wonderful pieces in here. I don't know what you liked out of there, but there is some good stuff. I mean, you start to see how this becomes repetitive. And do we not need to have this consistently? We need the reinforcement. For this change from one place to another, you need to reinforce constantly what it is you're doing, number one, and then convincing and persuading yourself that what you're doing is effective, because it is. It's called faith. It's called faith when you're here. When you're out here, it's not faith. When you're putting your hope and ideas and new self-concepts into something outside of you, it's fruitless. But in you is where faith does the magic. In you, because I am that. All right? Oh, good stuff in there. The foundation stone. I think it was chapter 9. Your faith is your fortune. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We'll see you in the next video.